So a very good afternoon to all, brothers and sisters in the Dhamma. So now we are at the program page 2, day 1, 5 to 5:30. Yeah? It's supposed to be Q&A, followed by a review of Heart Sutra short note. But today we actually run late a bit. Yeah, I haven't finished the Four Noble Truths. I will try to finish it. Then maybe later, if you got time, we can still have your Q&A. Yeah? So Heart Sutta short note we will share later. Yeah. Okay, I will continue from where we stopped. I finished first and second Noble Truth. Okay, so now you all must understand the essence of the Buddha's teaching is, I repeat, the Four Noble Truths. In essence, this Four Noble Truths, the reason why they call it Noble Truth is because noble ones in the time of the Buddha, they are enlightened beings. Where the word noble signifies they are very noble in all aspects of their life. Means they are very noble in their right understanding of life. That's why their right view is perfect. Then they are very noble in the way they communicate. Right speech, right action, and right action. The way they do things, the way they arise their thought, the way they communicate and interact with society, people, humanity, living being, they are very noble in every aspect. Then also the way they live their life, also through this noble understanding that they become noble beings. That's why they have noble livelihood, noble living. Then they also have the noble cultivation of the four right effort. So the four right effort is a diligent way of actually cultivation that leads to abandoning of defilements and cultivation of wholesomeness. The first two right effort is to abandon the wrong thought, wrong speech, or wrong action and defilement that has arisen. If you are aware, mindful, you can see the wrong thought, the defilement, the greed, hatred, and the delusion, and you're supposed to abandon it. How do you abandon it? There are 5 ways as taught by the Buddha, and the best is the third and the fourth way, which is the meditative way. Then the second right effort is right effort to prevent the arising of the wrong thought, wrong speech, wrong action, or defilement that has arisen. Means the evil roots of greed, hatred, and delusion. And to do that, you must have the initial wisdom. That's why you cultivate until your initial wisdom, Yoniso Manasikara, is stable. Then the moment it arises, at the moment of sense experience, it will prompt you, then the defilement or defiling wrong thought cannot arise anymore. Then the third right effort is to cultivate whatever right thought, right speech, right action, and wholesome virtue or conduct that are still not in you. You cultivate them. You make sure you understand them. Then you try to express them through real life living situation. Then when you can express them, means you can arise all the right thought, right speech, right action, and you can develop it further by arising the four right effort to refine upon them and perfect upon them. That's how the four right effort work. So this right thought is very useful. So like arising of right thought means thought that are wholesome, virtuous, like sincerity, gratitude, no evil root, loving kindness, and compassion, even the equanimous mind. They are all right thought, where they are without evil root. Then rejoicing. Then you also have this, whatever thought that is born of respect, gratitude, sincerity, kindness, goodness, they are all right thought. Then right speech means kind, gentle, pleasant, and good speeches that lead to harmony, wholesomeness, understanding, as against the four types of wrong speech, which is harsh speech based on anger, hatred, and delusion. Then frivolous speech, then telling lie, backbiting. All these are wrong speech. Speech that is evil in intent, hurtful speech, harmful speech. Backbiting especially lead to disharmony, misunderstanding, and sometimes it's purposely to instigate the misunderstanding and infighting and all those things, especially among political people or even office politics or whatever. There are a lot of these things going on. So they are very noble in all these aspects. That's why when you want to learn how to develop right thought, right speech, you must contemplate, reflect, and listen to what I shared just now. Then right action means you act sincerely through like sincere, appropriate action, free of the evil roots of greed, hatred, and delusion. Like generosity is the right action. Understand? And generosity can be in many forms, whether it's materialistic giving, or gift of life, gift of truth. All these are generosity, charity. Then paying respect is a right action. Understand not? Rejoicing, of course, also right speech and right action. And all these are simple ways of developing merits, wholesomeness, which cultivator can bring forth without having to use money or materialistic wealth to gain them. Like even silence your mind to radiate metta. It's a right thought. It's also a right action. So helping people who are in need and trouble when there is condition to manifest is also a right thought, a right action. So right action, right speech, and right thought can come in many forms, but you must understand. When you understand, then the right effort to cultivate it is very important. And these are the virtues that is still not in you. Like those in the service industry, understand that? The right speech and right action is very important. When they call up, it's emergency case already. They need service and all those things. They are in the state of fear, panic, worry, threaten, or whatever. So when they call up, you answer nicely with right speech. How can I help? We are from which department? So you speak in a way where your speech is very pleasant and give them confidence. Don't be rude. And that is very important. If you are rude, means not so appropriate speeches that can lead to a lot of misunderstanding, complaint, and all those things. So for service industry, being polite, kind, pleasant, those characters are very useful. And it will give rise to right speech. Then when you act with understanding, you see the need for emergency service and prompt service to save life, to help life. All these are the noble four-power quality of right speech, right action, born of right thought, right view. Okay? And after that, I will continue with the third noble truth. So the third noble truth, as we all know, is the noble truth of realization of Nibbana. So this one is the third noble truth. Third noble truth. So third noble truth is about enlightenment. enlightenment. Means cessation of form and mind leading to enlightenment and the realization of Nibbana is possible. So suffering need not be. So this is a very important noble truth. Very good. Very good. So our dinner 5:45. We don't have to rush. Okay. So suffering need not be means if you know the Dhamma, if you have the understanding of the teaching, you don't have to suffer. That's why enlightenment is about to realize the wisdom that prevent you from being deluded, prevent you from clinging, grasping, and holding on to all this mind-make manifested phenomena, or they call it the mental phenomena, or phenomenal world of consciousness. Yeah, when we become conscious, we establish existence. Consciousness is what existence is all about. Without consciousness, there is no life, there is no existence. Without the senses, there is no manifestation through the phenomenal world of consciousness. So all this that manifests through our senses, they are created by the mind, images only, come and go, come and go. Following the nature's law, starting to get chill. I better wear my shirt. Okay, when you have meditated and realized the truth, means you are insight in the phenomena, you understand the three universal characteristics of all phenomena that manifest, whether it's physical or mental phenomena or nature's phenomena, that they are impermanent, you attach and cling, you want things your way, which is not nature's way, you will end up suffering, having affliction. So when you understand this, in Pali, the Buddha called it anicca, dukkha, and anatta, the three universal characteristics, which are characteristics of all phenomena, inherent in all phenomena. Since they are impermanent, it's not a permanent, unchanging entity. That's why you cannot cling onto it, grasp onto it, and deludedly give meaning to it. Otherwise, you suffer. Then, if it's dependent originating, that conditions are impermanent, then how can the thing that didn't follow nature's law manifest and give you what you want? That's why when you cannot get what you want, the result is suffering. So impermanent will point towards suffering when you don't have the understanding. Where this impermanent arises through the nature's law, the Pancyanihama. Every phenomena that arises, the Buddha said, there are causes and conditions behind. Dependent originating, condition arising, causal phenomena. And it has to be that way. Yeah, condition like that, things will be like that. Cannot be otherwise. So if you still wanting your way, which is not nature's way, not allowable, then what happens? You will suffer. You will become afflicted and miserable. So that is the reason why this third noble truth is very powerful. When you insight in the phenomena awaken, you have the wisdom, suffering need not be. Like I have given you a lot of examples during the first noble truth and second noble truth sharing. Okay? Then the Buddha didn't stop there. He somehow continued. He said, not only he tell you that enlightenment in the here and the now is possible, means the realization of Nibbana, which is a cessation of form and mind, is possible. 1B or 2B, Nibbana? double beer, he not only tell you Nibbana, which is a cessation of form and mind, is possible to realize, he even go and explain to you how you can cultivate to realize it. So the fourth noble truth is about the path that can lead. So this one is the path that can lead to enlightenment. So the Buddha said, if you cultivate this noble eightfold path, it will lead to the enlightenment in the here and the now. So this path is the noble eightfold path, which is right thought, right view, right thought, right speech, right action, the right livelihood, the four right effort, right mindfulness, and right samadhi. Yeah. So this path that can lead to enlightenment, namely the Noble Eightfold Path, is very powerful. That's why this Noble Eightfold Path is the embodiment of the Noble Eightfold mind state of an enlightened being. That's why they are called noble ones. They are very noble in, like what I explained, the way the so-called nature's law that governs life and existence. They have right view with respect to the spiritual law of karma, the moral causation, karma niyama. Then they also have right view with respect to the law of mind, chitta niyama, the spiritual law. Then the essential dhamma means dhamma niyama. So this Noble Eightfold Path, they are very important. If you cultivate them, it can lead to the end of all suffering and the realization of Nibbana. That's why these Four Noble Truths, when you understand them, put them to practice or cultivation, then you realize them, it makes you noble one. You can become enlightened being straight away. Especially those who has developed the cultivation from the past. So when they come this life, the moment they hear this truth, they can awaken on them. They can also realize this is the most beautiful teaching in the world. And this has to be the real one. Like what I told you all, in the year 1971. That time I was still studying. I was in Form 5, I remember. I don't know about meditation. I don't even know about what is meditation or religion and all those things. Except I was searching during the Form 5 period, holiday, we went searching for truth. And we went to all the religion. But then finally, when somebody gave me the book, the first edition of this, What Buddhists Believe, by the late Chief Reverend of last time Malaysia and Singapore, I think K. Sri Dhammananda. In the book, the moment I read this Four Noble Truths, he didn't explain anything. I just read this Four Noble Truths. Then I knew, this is it. No need to search. How can I know at that time, at the age 17? No way. But deep inside, like I penetrated this teaching. I said, this is the secret of life. Everything about life is here. If I can understand this, I understand life. I can live life. And this is the beauty of this teaching. Why did I say it's the secret of life? First, to understand life, we have to understand what really is life, isn't it? So this First Noble Truth is explaining to us the reality of life, the prevalence of suffering. Everything in life you do is not apart from the reality, understand? And without the Dhamma understanding, you suffer a lot. That's why I use the word prevalence of suffering. Suffering is everywhere. That time when I was young, I saw a lot of suffering within the human community, within nature, within existence. Then this reality, when I read, I realized it connects everything in life. So this is explaining to me about the mundane aspect of life. Then he not only explained to us the eight reality and asks us to contemplate, reflect, and develop the understanding, he even explained to us the cause of this suffering. And the most powerful one is the final summary. And because of that time, nobody taught me. I just read this. That time, Four Noble Truth also, Four Noble Truth and the Five Aggregate, the two aspects of this Five Aggregate, nobody taught me. And how can I understand? And the book also never explained to you the two aspects. Most of that is the first aspect. So this teaching is so powerful because in the past, my nature has developed the understanding until very deep. That's why this life you come, you have your past cultivation, you can awaken to it actually. Yeah. Then when he said this one, the third noble truth, enlightenment in the here and now, suffering need not be, my nature fully rejoiced. I knew this is the truth. If I realize this is the unconditioned Dhamma, beyond the conditioned world, the supramundane Dhamma. Then how to cultivate? Of course, it is from mundane Noble Eightfold Path cultivation, training, leading to the supramundane. So here, it encompasses all of life, both supramundane and mundane. That's why I say the teaching is so complete. And it is beyond just a single birth, a segmented life of birth and death. It involves the entire evolution of humanity and mankind. And I should say living being. So that's why when I first read about it in 1971, I straight away, without all this explanation, all this I already improved for you, you know. Like the reality of life existence is not written there, no. The prevalence of suffering also not written there, no. The cause, yes. And the cause they didn't explain, they just say craving, finish. Yeah. But I expanded on it, expand it, and develop the easy understanding for you all to follow. Then third and fourth noble truth, they only recite what they call the teaching, no explanation at all. So without understanding the cultivation behind, it is not easy to teach this teaching. That's why I say the real understanding of the Dhamma as taught by the Buddha is very rare. And if you don't have this understanding and you share and teach, it can create unnecessary misunderstanding. Like I explained just now, most people, first noble truth, you go and ask around, almost 90% will answer you, life is suffering. And that is a misstated misconception of the real teaching. Real life is not suffering. The Buddha teaches the noble truth of suffering. And this suffering is everywhere in the midst of life and nature. The eight reality explained them very clearly. That's why I say prevalence of suffering. Suffering is everywhere in the midst of life and nature. If you understand, you awaken. Okay? Can follow? So at least we got some time for Q&A. You still got 40 minutes. Anybody want to ask any question? Like I mentioned down there. The question can come in any form. It can be either meditation question or today's topic, or how you can apply what you have learned to understand life and live life and solve whatever life problem that you may encounter. Anybody want to report your meditation or ask question on meditation? You also can. Make full use of the time, the condition. What I need you all to understand is your question is not important actually, but it can trigger off the condition for me to explain a lot of things. So whatever that come to your mind, if you want to understand, you just raise your hand. Then they will pass you the mic. Anybody? Huh? Nobody? Either everything understood or it cannot be the second one, is it? Yes. Luckily we have Beng Lim here. Beng Lim, a lot of questions.
Actually, not question, because I just want to mention when you return the word sincerity. When I was planning this trip, that was what I have in mind. I need to come with sincere because I do care for myself, my life, the people around me. So, and of course, having listened to many of your sharing, I know my faith is very strong.
Yeah, very good.
Faith alone is not enough. I need to.
You have to put it into practice.
I have to apply the learning,
the teaching into practice.
So, having that, I tell myself I need to come for this, and I'm very sure even before end of it is that I'll be having a lot of understanding. And the faith will lead me to actually realizing my past, all the defilement actually arises from various kind of thought, various kind of expectation, various kind of in life, work and material or whatever, So I just feel just the start is already I'm seeing that coming towards me.
Because when you relate this to your actual life experience, you will see the beauty of this teaching. That's why I call it the secret of life. So the essence of the Buddha's teaching is actually to explain to you the secret of life. So once you understand the Four Noble Truths, which is the secret of life, it will allow you to understand life, isn't it? True or not? When you understand the reality of life and the cause of arising of suffering and the prevalence of suffering, you still don't wake up to understand life and live life. Then you still don't know how to decide how you want your life to be. True or not? This is very obvious, right? Then if you know that there is a possibility of enlightenment in the here and the now, then what are you waiting for? So that you can be free from suffering, not only this life, no. Forever, eternity, whenever your form and mind arise through the Bodhisattva way. That is priceless, no. Then the path towards it, is it that difficult to cultivate the Noble Eightfold Path? That's why living beings who don't have the understanding, they will have this type of what they call very funny thought. I call it funny thought because they will always tell you. Like the successful people, he see the poor people are like so miserable. Then out of pity, maybe he said, okay, I can teach you. Then he suggests a few things. You know what the poor fellow say? It's not for me, Honor. I don't have. If he's a Buddhist, maybe he used the word, I don't have the parami like you. I don't have the luck like you. I'm not born with a silver spoon. These are the reasons they give you. They didn't even want to try, understand? No? They didn't even want to say, I have nothing to lose. No, please share with me. Understand? No? That is what they call a person that have the karmic good karma or affinity to receive this type of advice will do. And if you don't have, the karmic obstruction will block you. You will say all those things. Because last time you teach other people, when somebody give a talk like that, this one, for those born with the silver spoon one, you don't want to listen, you no chance one, you and me where can. See, this is negative, very negative. Come from where? Habitual tendency, karmic obstruction. But if you have helped people before, and you know what happened, let's say you hear the talk, you feel inspired, then you go back, share with your friend. Hey, this talk very good, no? You go and listen. And it so happened to be given by a good, maybe a true practitioner all the way or cultivator all the way. Then this guy that you give advice to, he go and cultivate, then he realized the truth, enlightenment, and you still nobody roaming in samsara. But because you created that condition for him, that benefit that comes back, in future, when somebody say to you, you will also listen and go and try it out. Understand? This is what karmic is all about. So do not have this negative thought or wrong thought. Do not underestimate what your potential is. You will never know its true potential until it unfolds. Understand? Huh? Like the Buddha's teaching, he said, everybody is a potential Sama Sambuddha. No, you have the Buddha nature in you, no, but you have not flipped it over and realized it. That's the big difference. Understand? Not? Yeah. So what you say is very good. Now, after listening to this, you look back on your life. A lot of things can be related to the teaching. And this stand out so clearly, Then you go back, reflect and contemplate, and you will go all out. Not only the faith, you will go all out to do it. Because in 1971, when I read the Four Noble Truths, nobody explained to me, I said, that's it. No need to look back. No need to search. Why did I say that? Because to me, this is so clear. This is the secret of life, and this is the most important thing in life, nothing else. If you don't seek this, I don't know what you seek. All those things that you seek, you cannot own. It's not real, it's not yours. And it brings about suffering when you don't understand. Where it comes to the nature's law. And when you don't understand all this law that governs life and existence, you cannot understand life and you cannot live life. And the noble truth of dukkha, prevalence of suffering, will actually afflict you and cause suffering in most living beings, I should say. Okay? You want to continue, you continue. Yeah.
There was one I commented was kind of like a question is that also coming here is that I mentioned that I'm coming here to learn how to live life. And same time now I discover also that most of my fear gone because of understanding.
After you understand this, you are not the same as last time. You don't need to worry, no need to fear. What did I tell you? No amount of fear, worry, anxiety can solve your problem and help you. It make you miserable. It triggers a very negative energy field. And it can cause your mental suffering. And it will induce your immunity to go down. Because these are all negative thought energy, negative energy field. Instead of understanding. When there's understanding, nothing else to fear, like what Beng Lim said. So what happened? No fear means what? No negative energy, understand? No need to worry. Well, these are the reality of life. Not only you subject to it. All of humanity, living being, they also have to experience it if they live long enough. So the only difference is what? Without the Dhamma, you suffer. With the Dhamma, there is clarity. No need to suffer. And that type of life you don't want. You somehow take it like a joke. So that is the big difference. That's why understanding and not understanding is a world apart. Big difference. Very good. Sadhu.
Just express my gratitude.
Thank you, thank you. Just nice. Time is about right. Another 3 minutes. So when you understand all this, like I put in the notes, you must understand okay, the essence of the Buddha's teaching and why do you choose this teaching, Buddhism. So now, hopefully, you understand why. Because it is the essence of the Buddha's teaching that points clearly towards life, the secret of life. He gives you that secret free. And when you understand this secret of life, you know how to live life. As simple as that. Without this understanding, you suffer. And you somehow don't see the beauty of it. That's why I say this teaching needs to be expressed and explained in a manner where humanity and living being can understand. Okay? Yes. Poh Cheng,
a simple comment about this Buddha Dhamma teaching. The true Buddha Dhamma is a treasure money cannot buy and given free by Brother Teo. So what are we doing? We must go all out to learn the Buddha Dhamma. That is what I feel, Brother Teo. That's why every year I aspire to come and to learn more and more. The cultivation is many layers. So we have to put in the diligent, hard work to cultivate.
The sincerity, the faith, and the perseverance.
Yes. The cultivation is very important. It's not just listening. Sincerely, you listen, but you don't cultivate, also no use.
So because it will not benefit you.
Yes, correct. So all of us, since we are serious cultivators, we have to go in to cultivate, to not just listen and learn it. Okay, thank you very much.
Sadhu, let us rejoice. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, you all can break for dinner. Then you just mindfully pay respect, then walk mindfully, do whatever mindfully with inner awareness. With this type of consistent training, your mindfulness will build up. Okay?